Well, hello everyone, it's me, Solid. I'm great to have you here. So, we've got a few little updates that I actually had not noticed, and they actually do seem to be for the better. Unexpectedly, by the way. But we are gonna be tackling up a little bit of the, not necessarily this particularly, but we're gonna be talking about what has happened in this boss fight, and as well as kind of really just talking about what they seem to have like released, because they actually did release something pretty nice. And essentially, to put it mildly, I'm trying to put it in words. My brain is like pretty tired, but they essentially allowed you to consume more than the standard amount of points, which is incredibly like this is what we needed. I'm so damn tired of having to click this. Like, because I can't click this one because I'm gonna get myself like my ass handed to me. We can try it right now. We're gonna try it right now. Actually, let's try hard on this one, right? We're gonna try my characters, against theirs, which again, not my characters against theirs, but like, I obviously don't have them like every single character super maxed out, but they are characters that are strong, good, and really no doubt about them being good. Now, the problem that's going to happen is I don't know how good they're going to be. We might have to actually max these characters out. We're still missing some stats. Not too many, but oh, lovely. Yeah, but no. Essentially, they released that little patch where you can consume more than one. We're gonna be trying the hard difficulty because that's the one that matters. Challenge mode, in my opinion, is really one of those things that I just can't be bothered with. Especially like 80,000 at 80,000 combat power. It's just really high. It's too much. If there's one team that I think has a chance, not necessarily big, but a chance at clearing it, I do believe it's probably going to be this team. We're going to go with a kind of damage reduction kind of thing, or just so our team doesn't explode on contact. I think I am going to remove this one from this one. I think it can really be either or. We're going to remove and can't remove that one apparently. We're gonna remove, and put this one, just so we can get Epsilon with like a decent robe. But yeah, no. I think the best one, the best character-wise, is probably gonna be like the new Therian trope, Yukime. But while I do think that's probably the best one, again, 81k common power. I think we're still gonna get absolutely shredded. And these are my teams. They're not the teams, the enemies on their side of things. I'm gonna. What I will be doing actually is I'm gonna be resetting this. What? Hold on for a second. We're gonna retire. I would like to. Hold on. I'm kind of surprised I stayed alive for the first ultimate, which actually does give me some hope. But on that note, I would also like to point out that I do believe it instantly causes whatchamacallit, poison, which is never a good sign. We're gonna kind of increase that. We don't really have too much equipment on this. I'm still missing some. I would like to upgrade this to, I believe, the maximum rank is probably around 23 now. Which again, it's significant, but I don't think it's significant enough. I think like the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest one that's gonna be like at least stat-wise, like very significant, is definitely gonna be more along the lines of, I think not necessarily levels, but I think the ranks make some difference. More in particular with damage kind of scaling. They kind of cap you in certain spots. I think, yeah, Delta has like higher CC or combat class or combat power or whatever. Yeah, right now we're at 85,000. We're probably still not enough, but with 3 of these, and genuinely, like, every character has their to go through characters, and we have like extra stuff. This might be enough. Clearly, in the beginning, you take like a fuck ton of damage, which is kind of surprising, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. Alright, they instantly nuke us in the beginning. We're gonna get it off auto. We're gonna slow it down a little bit. Oh, calm down. Let me pause this and let me check what debuffs he... Instantly, like, 8 debuffs. Yeah, like, lower speed, lowers attack. We're fine, I think, in the beginning. Alright, we're gonna see. Alright, we're gonna do, reach combo. Pop this one. A little bit of this one. Pop this one, and then this one. Again, not bad damage. I'm taking some bleed damage, but it's nothing super crazy. Pop that one. Pop this one. That one. This one, and then this one. That was a good crit right there. And at least we know from the beginning now that we actually are gonna be like... Actually, hold on. I might have actually just accidentally cooked them, or like missed with that ultimate. What does this one do? Shields damage of allies. We're gonna heal in a second, and then we're gonna do something else. Oh, yep. Pop that. Pop this. Pop that. Pop that. Pop that. Pop that. No damage. Decent-ish damage. Pop this. By the way, we're still not gonna be able to clear because I think it's like 4 million health. So it really is just chunking it down with your entire like guild, is what it really brings it down to. I think this has like, I believe, one singular hit. It's like AoE, but it's one singular hit. That's damage cap at least. I want to try going her first, but go this one, and this one, and then this one. Oh yeah, no, I think it's better for me to have Delta like towards the end actually. So she's actually hitting like a dump truck. It's kind of good to realize it now. A little bit later, but it is what it is. Whoa, okay. Alright, let's try this. Pop that. Pop that. Pop that. Pop this, and then pop that. No damage. Acceptable damage. Okay damage. Actually, really bad damage. What just happened? Pop that one. Again, this, in my opinion, this one is just like a matter of like, we did 8 million damage. I think Delta did the most damage, yeah. So we can probably like chunk it down like 8 million a pop. I need 44 million, which means I either need to crack something else out or not. You know, I kind of see where they're kind of going with like the scaling on it, but I do think it's a little bit too much health still. And obviously they kind of expect you to kind of clear it with your teammates. But the problem is, like, I'm gonna be super real with you. I have barely seen anybody like really just playing this game necessarily as much as some others. And if you're playing this game, I bet you probably already have like other people like that you're playing with. I can stay alive through this fight, which is kind of a good thing. Now, on the bad side, I don't know if it's really worth the amount of points, which is what we're gonna test up next. And we could probably try it out right now. Actually, let me check what Delta does, what her specific kit does, because I've always like read it as like speed bonus or whatever. I don't know if that's for her specifically or if it's for the entire party. That's what I'm kind of curious about. We're gonna hold on. I'm gonna reset this, confirm. I'm gonna go to the Delta combo. Raises own speed by 50% according to the combo bonus. Alright, so yeah, own speed. That's not really my to go to. Let me check what the other Delta does. Raises own damage inflicted according to the combo. Okay. So I think next up we're actually gonna try this and we're gonna see if it's actually worth it. Because what we need is at the very least 60,000 points. At the very least 60,000 points for the 120, right? Actually, no, we want this 120,000, isn't it? Because this is what 60 points, so we need at least 120,000 points. Is what we need for it to kind of even out. Yeah, that's how much we actually need. I think you're probably fine. We just kind of just tested that on hard. It's fine. And it just certainly doesn't feel like it's hitting us hard. I think it's just because of our character. Obviously, from the beginning, they're gonna like throw like a nuke at us with the ultimate in the beginning, which I think is definitely just like a hard stat check. Okay. Further raises attack by 25%, increases recovers on guard shotgun and speed by this much. Okay, so it actually is a bit of a boost as well. All right, so I don't know if I want her to actually go that fast. Do that one, use that one, do that one. We know this one, and then there's another one. Pop that one, pop that one. No damage. Decent damage. All right, damage. Pretty decent, at least there. Again, we need like a base point, like about 120,000 points. Is what we need at least. All right, that. Pop this one. Pop this one. Result and no, with this one maybe, and then this one. I want to see what this one hits at, like, maximum damage. Yeah, that's definitely much better. This is a damage booster, so we are going to pop that out a little bit earlier than usual, because it actually does boost our damage as well. Pop this one. Then we're going to pop our 2 ultimates. Pop this one. Pop this one. We're going to take an ultimate here. Pop that one. Pop this one. I want us to go towards the end. So this one, more healing, and then this one. Hopefully we do like a big hit here. Yep, good damage. Great damage, and then... Okay. Delta, come on. Yeah, now we're talking good damage right there. Pop that. Pop this one, pop this one. This one, then this one, and then this one. Up this one. Delta's getting her ultimate really, really fast too, which is always a nice thing. 181,000 crit. Up this one. This one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one. What? Did it suddenly get to, like, super tank the percent? Alright, try that. I believe this is probably better, but we're gonna see how many points we got for that one. 44.6 million damage. It's kind of about the same as before. No, it's bad. It's actually just fucking terrible. Yep, no, this is so inefficient, it's actually trash. If you want to consume your tickets, this is fine, but this is worth more. This is worth more, because if you can just clear this on auto, basically, which, I mean, most of us can, that's worth, like, actual dog shit still. You can just let this run, like, for, like, a minute or so. Yeah, you can watch it right now. We're gonna do, like, 5. It's gonna be instantly capped times 5. So we're gonna get, like, 300,000 points just like that. It's not worth it unless you have, like the stat bonus, or if you're doing like metric shitloads of damage. You just set it on auto, just max it out. Apparently, by the way, apparently now they're actually still attack you post them dying, which I think is kind of weirdly cringe. But it's whatever. It's over death damage, which doesn't really matter too much. I do wish there was like a limit on how much like damage I can actually do, so it like actually stops the match. I don't actually have to continue this for long. That would also be nice. We're gonna actually see if that happens now, because we're dealing like 400% of its own damage. Like it would have died 5 times over literally by now, just on auto, by the way. Yeah, honestly, if there was like if I had a different delta, or yeah, this different delta than the Shadow Press one, it would definitely be better. I think Zeta, New Year's Zeta is probably a better option for me, because that delta is not really outputting as much. It's decent damage, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I need like a booster, honestly. That's probably what I'm really missing here. Because, again, Delta self-sustain is insane. Zeta is fine, but she's not really outputting as much damage. I think she's, like, a bit of a booster. And again, as you can see now, they actually do damage now after overkill, which is cool and all, but, like, it's a little bit bizarre. And I probably did, honestly, probably more damage. Yeah, 6 million, like, even she did 3 million. I have no idea, like, why certain things, because I did, like, a total of, what, like, 10 million on that one. It's definitely more damage than before, which is really weird. But yeah, as you can tell with the 5 boosts, so we got 60,000 per one, so we just capped out the damage. We just got total 300,000 off rip, which is good. But again, mildly, it's good. But with this thing, I definitely think it's definitely worth it to just kind of, again, it's still worth it to do this one. Obviously more, unless you have, again, the bonus characters, which we can actually, let me actually double check something extra for you. I think if you click on battle, yeah, we have 0% bonus. It's definitely more worth it if you have every single character, but I don't have any of them, so it really doesn't do anything for me. And again, that's also kind of how it goes, but like, it is genuinely really, like, you just don't get any benefit from it. Yeah, that's fine. I think, like, yeah, we're actually almost done with that, just that one. I think we need, like, to do that, like, 3 more times, but it's fine. Again, in my opinion, the 300, this 5 thing is probably the best thing they've done. I think this is just a waste of time unless you're, like, again, an awakened 5 on every character that is, I think, I finally learned this word, by the way, best in slot for that character team. The best in slot character teams is for that are awakened 5. This is what that's for, which is, honestly, a little bit ludicrous to me. They obviously don't want to make it super easy, but at the same time, this is definitely much easier now in the prospect of time saving, because the fact is, I had to do this physically 10 times, and each time it took like 2 minutes. And that's because the animation strings actually take enough time that it actually ends up taking about an actual 2 minutes on 1x speed, which is not what I would be doing, but if you're kind of worried about that, that's kind of what happens. We will be doing damage rankings, probably on my own time. I just don't really care to be bothered with that. I honestly, you know what, I'll do it right here. But I think what I'll do is I'll literally just auto it. I just want to deal damage. I'm still, by the way, I'm on another minimum power rating, which is kind of insane to me. And this is, again, very, very hard stat check. I just want to deal damage to this. I don't care about that. 1 bit of damage is enough for you to actually get life. I think probably some of my characters are going to die here. Surprisingly not, but they got closer. Holy shit. By the way, what that shows me, actually, is that hard mode is actually now properly hard, and not as hard as challenge mode, which is kind of insane to me. And we are actually taking enough poison damage that it's actually significant, rather. As you can tell. Yep, we're dead. Yep, I was not expecting that one. It's whatever. Again, I wasn't really planning to snake alive on that one. I just wanted to deal some damage. I'm honestly kind of surprised that they haven't died yet, but it is what it is. We're probably going to take like a fat hit in a second. Again, I think it's the overheal and the overshield that whatchamacallit, not Delta, but like Epsilon left, versus the fact that it was probably still alive on it. Here, we're probably gonna, I don't know if we're gonna take a lot of damage. Oh, she's dead. That's kind of surprising. Soldier class. Lovely. I think if I actually tried, I might have actually gotten a little bit better, but yeah, we actually did, like, decent damage in this one, actually. Surprising, right? 2 million damage. They expect us to do up to even 7 million damage, which is kind of a lot. I think it is probably possible for me. Will I bother from that? Probably not. But yeah, I did want to kind of showcase again the guild hunt on this one. I saw this and I was like, I gotta make a video because I actually think this is probably the best teams they've had to this difficulty boss. And I don't necessarily think that they've changed too much difficulty and health scaling, but I did notice that the health on this is definitely more doable than the highest Dream 3. Because I actually checked the scaling and the health in the bosses on hard versus this one's hard and the other one's hard. However, I will say, since this one is weak to water, it makes more sense that it's harder because people have Bepsilon and they don't want you to just clear it like it's nothing for some, reason, It is what it is, but, like, it is kind of funny. I do believe this had, like, about 44 million HP or something. Yeah, this one had 55 million, which I definitely think is definitely much less than the other one. By, like, a margin of a mile. 55 million versus, like, 44 million on solo, I think. Yeah, it's definitely much easier, relatively speaking, because it's like, again, you don't have a Bepsilon. They don't want you to use a Bepsilon because, of course, she's probably one of the best, most broken units that they actually have to nerf around. Everybody knows it. But again, the fact is, you're probably still going to get debuffed to Oblivion if you use hard or any different mode. Your characters are going to get, like, instantly crippled to this day. I don't doubt it. I could probably check it. I'll check it out later. But in my opinion, it is what it is. It sucks. It's mostly what it is, to be honest with you. Setting that aside, hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I don't typically make these videos because the event bosses have been genuinely more throwaway than anything, and you just do normal for most people. Because that's just kind of how it goes. You join a guild, you sit around, do normal, or you do hard if you're like a try-hard guild, because you're spending like another $400 every month. Just on every pass because you want to keep up with the meta. But since I can't really afford it, nor really wish to, I'm like hardcore free to play. That's like a word to say it. I just don't believe in spending money as hard as they really want you to. Because again, it's not a bad aesthetics game. If you want to support it, honestly, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I just wish I had like merch for something. I think merch is probably like the best way to really support something. Because you get something out of it that is physical, and not something that may go away in like 2 to 3 years or something. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised the game's still around. I actually did see a revenue report, which kind of shows me kind of a good thing. Kind of happy, like the game's probably going to be around for enough time. But again, monetization has gotten a little bit less stricter over like the past few years at this point, which is good. But anyway, that's kind of it for y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hate it, like it. What do you think about this new little patch that we had? Did you think I did good? Did you think I probably should have tried a little bit harder? Do you think I could have optimized this one or another? I have no idea. My brain's like, I'm just here to clear play games, man. Like, I don't want to look overly complicated. I'm here for at the Eminence Shadow. I could have done like this like another game. I could have tried hard. I have Hua for God's sake. But anyway, that's it for y'all. Hope you guys enjoy this again. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.